Welcome back to Math Video Tutorials, and thank you for tuning in. In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at this exercise. We have been given the value of sine A and the value of cos B, and we've been told the angle A is acute and the angle B is obtuse. The angle A is in the first quadrant and angle B is in the second quadrant, and we've been asked to find in part 1 the sine of A minus B, and in part 2 the cos of A plus B. So let's start with part 1. First thing you need to do is to rewrite the function sine A minus B, expanding it using the definition. Sine A minus B inside the bracket is equal sine A cos B minus sine stays, and we do sine B now. So you see we started with sine A, now we switch them around, becomes sine B cos A. So that's the expansion of this one here. Now you see we have the value of sine A is this one here, cos B is this one here. So let's substitute them into our expression. So sine A is 5 over 13 times it by cos B, which is negative 3 over 5. And then we got minus sine B cos A. So let's do the calculation for this one here. 5 times 3 is 15, so that's minus 15 over 13 times 5 is 65. Minus sine B cos A. So we need to find the value of sine B and also the value of cos A. To get the value of sine B, we need to use this here, sine A, cos B, apologize. And to find the value of cos A, we need to use this one here. So let's do sine B first. So we know that cos squared A, that's in general the identity, plus sine squared A is identical to 1. I should put a B, but let's do the A. Okay, so let's do this one first. So therefore that will allow me to work out cos A using this identity. Well, by making cos A the subject, therefore you need to minus the sine squared from both sides, and then you need to square root both sides to get this answer, and that will give you 1 minus sine squared is, you square the numerator and denominator, that gives us 25 over 169. Let's do it in a calculator. So we got a square root of 1 minus a fraction 25 divided by 169, and that would be 12 over 13. So let's write it down, 12 over 13. So that's the cos A. Normally I would write down a plus or minus 12 over 13. That's how you square root, because both answers are true, are correct. Now the question is, which one do you choose? Well, this information helps us to choose either the plus or minus. Now, since the angle A is acute, meaning in the first quadrant, and we know from the cast diagram all the three trig functions, the sine, the cos, and the tan, are positive. So we need to keep the positive and reject the negative. So let's delete that. What about the cos A. Sorry, we've done cos A, the sine B. So again, same thing. I'm gonna rewrite the identity again, but this time for the angle B. So we say cos squared B plus sine squared B is identical to 1. Again, similar what we did, so we need to make sine this time, sine B the subject, so that will give us sine B is equal square root of 1 minus cos squared B, and then we substitute because we've been given cos B is there, so we're going to be 1 minus, and I put it in bracket, minus 3 over 5 because it is a negative fraction. And if I do that in the calculator, I will get, so let's bring the calculator and do the calculation. So we got again square root of 1 minus, we open a fraction here, and 3 over 5 all squared, regardless of the minus, because that will turn to positive. It will become 9 over 25. So 9 over 25, and then we'll push the cursor outside the square root, and then we'll press equal, and it will give us 4 over 5. So the answer is 4 over 5. Again, should be plus or minus 4 over 5. All right. Now, which one we choose? Again, according to the cast diagram, in the second quadrant, the sine function is positive because that's what we've been told. B is obtuse, therefore it is in the second quadrant, so it has to be positive. So again, let's remove this minus there. So we keep the positive sign. So we got the sine B, we got the cos A. Let's substitute them into this expression. So we have so far sine bracket A minus B is equal minus or negative 15 over 65, and subtract sine B is this one here, 4 over 5, times it by cos A, which is 12 over 13. Let's do the calculation. The denominator will be 65 because 5 times 13 is 65. So we got minus 15 minus 48. That's 4 times 12. And divided by 65. And that will give us, what is it, 63. Yeah, 63, of course, is minus over 65. So the answer is negative 63 over 65. All right, so that is the answer, or the value of sine A minus B. Let's rewrite it here, is minus 63 over 65. All right, so now we've got part 2 to do, so pause the video if you feel confident. Give it a go by yourself, and then come back and check your answer against mine. So let's do part 2 now. We've been asked to work out the value of cos A plus B this time. And this time I'm going to use the cast diagram instead of this identity here. The cos squared plus sine squared is identical to 1. Let's draw a unit circle. So the first thing we need to do is to expand this function cos A plus B inside the bracket. According to the definition, it will give us cos A cos B and then we change the plus to minus, and then we do sine A sine B. All right, so let's do cos A because we haven't got it. So we have got sine A, so we need cos A, and you can see the angle A is in the first quadrant, of course, so the cos A will be given by the adjacent. If I draw a right angle triangle here, this will be my right angle triangle, this is my angle A there. The cos will be given by this adjacent side. Right, let's quickly draw it here. So that's my right angle triangle. So that's the angle A there. So the hypotenuse is the radius, in this case is 13. And the opposite is given to us because a sine is opposite divided by hypotenuse. So therefore the opposite side, or the vertical, the opposite side, is 5. So we can use this with the Pythagoras formula to work out the value of the adjacent. Let's call it x. So we're going to say x is equal square root of 13 minus squared, so minus 5 squared. And that will give us 12. It would be, of course, plus or minus 12, but you can see from the cast diagram, you don't need that. You just, you know that it's going to be a positive value. You can see is in the positive part of the x-axis, this x here, all right? So therefore is a positive 12. So therefore the cos A is 12 out of 13. And then we're going to do the sine B here, because we've been given cos B, we haven't been given sine B. So let's do just that. I'm going to draw another unit circle. So for angle B, it's going to be in the second quadrant because it is obtuse. So let's draw it here, for example. It's going to be all this, but we're going to use this angle here because the vertical, the sine B we're looking for, is going to be this one, and it is the same as this one here, which correspond to this angle. So these two are exactly the same, these two angles. The angle is all this, but we're going to use this right angle triangle there. All right, so let's draw it here. This right angle triangle. Here we have a hypotenuse or radius 5. We have the adjacent, which is minus 3, because cos is adjacent, which is minus 3, divided by hypotenuse, or in this case the radius, which is without a sign. It's like an absolute value. It doesn't come with a plus or minus sign. So we just say 5. So therefore minus 3 there. So let's work out the y coordinate, or the opposite to the angle B, which is this one here. Again, to work out that, we use a Pythagoras. So we say y is equal to square root of 5 squared minus 3 all squared. And that will give us a value of, again, because we know from the diagram, this coordinate is positive because it is on the y, a positive y axis. So we just say it is positive 4, or just 4. All right, so therefore sine A will be, if I write it down here, sine B is 4, that's the opposite, divided by the radius, or the hypotenuse, is 5. So we've got the cos A, this one here, and the sine B, this one here. And we've got we've been given the sine A and the cos B at the beginning of the exercise. So let's put all this together to work out this value here. So cos A plus B, all in brackets, going to be cos A, this one here, 12 over 13, times cos B, given here, minus 3 over 5, minus sine A, which is given here, 5 over 13, times sine B, which is 4 over 5. 13 times 5 is 65. Same here, so we can write the whole thing as one fraction. Makes it easier for us. And 12 times negative 3 is minus, or negative 36. And take away 20. 5 times 4. So we got 56, or negative 56 over 65. So that's the answer. Let's write down the final answer. Cos bracket A plus B is equal negative 56 over 65. And that is your answer. Alright, and with this exercise we complete the tutorial, and I hope you have found this tutorial helpful. Thank you for watching and take care.